Would march it down the field. The drive would end again with QB1 again. Kelly with nothing but room in front of him. He dives into the end zone. That makes it 17-13 with a minute left before break. Let's check out a final on this one. This one back and forth, but Sterling gets the dub, 23-19.
Hey, let's go to Rocky Stadium. Rock Island looking for the first victory of the season, hosting state-ranked Quincy. The Blue Devils really good, showing why here in the early second quarter. Braden Little to Caden Johannesson for the touchdown. That made it 9-0. Rocky trying to get things going later in the second. Javion Clark-Pugh with the nice pass to Gartar for the first down, but that drive would stall. Later, Rock Island, a little defense. Little goes back to pass, but it's Nayogushima Fiston. I think I got that right. The name and the interception. That gets Quincy out of the end zone. It keeps him out of the end zone, but this one, all Blue Devils, 41-7, your final score. Let's hop the river. State-ranked showdown, Assumption and North Scott going head-to-head. First quarter, Kyler Girardi to Carson Legee for the touchdown. Quick 7-0 North Scott lead. Second quarter, Knights coming back. Jake Timmons dropping back and airing it out to Will McIntosh. Great catch in the end zone, but it was 21-7 Lancers at recess. Let's go to the fourth quarter. Lancers move ahead. It was 21-21. D'Angelo Jackson with the touchdown for Assumption. That tied it at 28, but it is Jerron Lee with the touchdown right here late in the fourth quarter. That made it 35-28. We will check out a final score. This one was a good one. A lot of offense. 42-28. North Scott now 3-0. Let's hear from the Lancers.
They're a good football team, and 21's a heck of a player, and Told's a quarterback, and they made some plays. We turned it over. We made some mistakes that kind of led them back in the game. But the number one thing is I was really happy with how our kids responded. When they came back and tied it up, and then I think we went on a 21-7 run after that. So we could have folded a little bit of adversity, but our kids responded, and I was real proud to see that. A lot of our mistakes were self-inflicted, and if we can clean some of that up, and then obviously you play good teams, Assumption's really good. They're going to make you put you in some tough positions. So,
as a senior, it's my job to be a vocal leader and lead by example. So, that's what I did. I rallied the team together, and they got my back, I got their back, and it paid off.
Hey, we're going to go up to Urbandale. Chuck, you got the call on this one.
Yeah, Bettendorf looking to stay unbeaten, make the long trip to Urbandale. We have first quarter highlights. It's first and goal from Bettendorf. Will Taylor gets the handoff. As you see, he has no problem taking the end zone. Bulldogs, they'll go up 7-0. Second quarter, Gavin Barna on the carry for Bettendorf. He runs it in there for the second touchdown of the game. Bettendorf extends their lead to 14 over Urbandale. The Bulldogs just kept it coming. Burr connects with Jake Schultz. He gets an end around on a defender and takes it all the way to yet another touchdown. And Bettendorf wins 41-10.
Nice. Bulldogs now 5-0 or 3-0 on the season. Let's head up to Iowa City. Liberty hosting Pleasant Valley. PV looking good. How about Coy Kipper, the beautiful ball to Ty Gardner in stride. 7-0 Spartans early on, but the Spartans, the lead wouldn't last long. Graham Beckham finds Sutton Kohler for the touchdown. That made it 7-7. Spartans, though, answer quickly. This time it's Ty Lyon breaking through from the crowd, plunging in to make it 14-7. Then it is Josh Hansen right there, but the great defensive play by PV. A lot of offense in this one, 56-39. Spartans now 2-1.
Let's stay on the Iowa side. Davenport Central looking to get back on track. The Blue Devils welcoming Waterloo West. Scoreless to start the second quarter until Blake Ferris finds a wide open Savion Ross. He's got nothing but grass in front of him. It's a 57-yard house call for the Blue Devils. Central would lead 6-0. Waterloo West takes the lead back, and they're driving. They look for the lateral pass, but the ball is dropped, and it's actually live. So Chris Kratz would pick it up and run this all the way back.
Wow.
Central back on top, 14-7. Then one more trick play before the half on the other side of the ball from the Wahawks. Brady Dean would fake the handoff. Guess what? He fakes the entire Central defense and myself. There he is.
Come on, Camille.
Insane.
You caught up.
Insane.
Hey, Davenport Central trailing right now in the fourth quarter, 28-23.
Clinton looking to get their first win of the 2023 season, hosting Wahlert, down 21-7. Second quarter, Clinton's Aiden Weavers tossed a 46-yard pass to Jakeith McGraw for a touchdown. 21-14. 2 plays later, it's Weavers finishing off with the touchdown. 1 yard pass. Actually, the last one wasn't a touchdown then, was it? So 21-14 now. Let's check a final score in this one. This one goes to Duke Wahlert.
Some more scores from the Iowa side of the river. It is Davenport North with a big victory on the road at Marshalltown, and Iowa City West over Muscatine 42-20. Let's get back to the land of Lincoln. A good one in the Three Rivers. Morrison hosting Orion, battle of 2-0 teams. Big crowd on hand and fast start. Colton Bielema floats one to Deshaun McQueen. He shows off his speed, 65 yards. Well shot by Greg Armstrong as well. 6-0 Mustangs with the lead. Orion answers quickly. Cale Filler finds Jake Bainbridge over the middle. He finds the end zone. Chargers in front. 7-6 with Mustangs, but bust it wide open. Bielema connecting with Chase Newman, who makes a great grab for 6. Morrison in front. Late third, more speed. Brady Anderson will not be touched. 55 yards all the way to pay dirt. These highlights brought to you by the one and only Greg Armstrong. We'll show you a final score. Morrison, 40-14. The Mustangs now 3-0 on the season.
Every single one of you together. You play for that name across your chest. You play for the guy next to you. Every down, every snap. Big time games, big time players got to show out. We're on the hunt for some Tigers tonight. Let's go get it. Everyone understand? All right, here. Loud break. Here we go. Be about it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Be about it.
Hey, another great matchup in Sterling. 2-0 Newman hosting Princeton. Princeton going to the ground, and it's Casey Etheridge getting the outside. It's a 40-yard touchdown run. They're up early on. More from the Tigers, and on the ground again, they'll do it this time. Etheridge bouncing the outside. It's a 50-yard run to set up a 5-yard touchdown. Let's check the final score on this one. Princeton with a big win in this one to go to 2-1 on the season.
Hey, we'll have more from the Three Rivers in just a little bit. Chuck is working hard, calling games. Stakes looking okay?
It looks
Stakes
good.
look okay. We're 6 minutes aside and we're going
I
well.
love how he's
He's got a timer and
We got
everything.
time and everything
He's
out
not
here.
coming into this
There we
willy-nilly. He's
No,
a
I got a
professional.
timer right
Are we
here.
going
Yes.
for medium rare?
About medium.
Okay.
Yeah, about
All
medium.
right, we're going to have some steak and a whole lot more high school football for you right after the break.
What's up, guys? My name is Logan Lee. Whenever I'm back in the Quad Cities, I always make sure to turn on my favorite TV show, The Score.
In its first quarter in this one, or late in this one, Alex Forte takes a pitch. He'll run a long way, as they say here, for a first down, keeping the drive alive. Then it would be Graydon Lewis taking a handoff as the Boilermakers would keep it on the ground, and he finishes off the drive with a touchdown. That would make it 35-0 at that point. They'd add another one to make it 41. And they roll. They are now 3-0 on the season.
Rock Ridge looking for their second straight victory, hosting Riverdale. A lot of fired up youngsters out in Edgington. First play from scrimmage, Cullen Schweigen, the freshman, keeps it, breaks a tackle, and goes 62 yards all the way to the house. 7-0 Rockets early on. Next drive, it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep it on the ground. Alex Zarlatanis takes the handoff and picks up a dozen yards on the ground. That's also good for a first down as the Rockets move the chains, and they go right back to that freshman quarterback. Schweigen, his second rushing touchdown of the first quarter. This one, all Rock Ridge, 61-14 the final. Chuck, you got the next one.
Yeah, what a gorgeous setting for football at Hall High School in Spring Valley. The visiting Bureau Valley Storm snapped the scoreless tie in the second quarter. That's Elijah Endress right up the gut for an 8-yard scoring run, 6-0 Storm. The Red Devils look for a spark. On the screen, Gianni Giurini, the soft touch to Aiden Redcliffe for a 14-yard gainer. But the Bureau Valley defense responds, big pressure on the quarterback by Connor Scott. Cameron Lemons snares the interception to set up the Storm. Lemons also rushes for 107 yards in the TD. But the Red Devil D keeps the deficit manageable late in the first half when Joel Koch darts in for the QB sack, but it's Bureau Valley moving to 2-1 with an 18-8 win.
Wow, Dan Pearson shoots him, Chuck Long calls him. That's a pretty good combination.
Let's head to the LLC. 2-0 United hosting undefeated Rova Williamsfield. United would go deep on this one down the right sideline, but it falls incomplete, so Rova would get the ball back. Their QB would roll out to his right, and they would get the pass completed, a 9-yard gain, so they would get the first down. Then Rova would run 45 yards to the touchdown. Let's check out a final. Rova rolling 38-18. They move to 3-0 on the year.
2-0 Stark County welcoming A-Town to town. Picking up this one in the second quarter, Luke Wilwerts passing to Nolan Orig. That'll be a nice first down to keep the chains moving on the drive. More from the Rebels as Chris Barnwell takes a handoff and spins out of the tackles, and he's got nothing but green in front of him. He'll find the end zone and a quick 7-0 lead. Then it's the Rebels going back to Rewerts and Orig. Why not? If it worked the first time, why not do it again? This was another first down. Checking the final score. It is Stark County improving to 3-0 with another win.
Hey, Mercer County, a tough road task at 2-0 Lewistown, but Murco came to play in this one. Early, it's Colby Cox rolling out and finding an open receiver who finds his way to the end zone. Mercer County with the early lead, and they were just getting warmed up. They did it through the air. They did it on the ground as well. Tannen Whitehall with one of 4 touchdowns on the day. This one covers a lot of territory. Murco with the lead. They never look back. 47-0. Golden Eagles with 2 straight victories. Let's head up to Fulton. The Steamers looking for that first victory after playing the toughest 2 games in the entire state to start the season, hosting Lanark Eastland, and they get on the board first. James Crimmins with the touchdown. That made it 6-0. Fulton goes for 2, and they get it. A.J. Broadman with the 2-point conversion. 8-0 Steamers with the lead. Later in the second quarter, it's 8-6. Fulton adding to it. It's Dom Kramer to Trevor Theismann for the touchdown. 14-6 at that point. That's all the scoring we got in this one. Fulton now 1-2 on the season as they pick up a victory. Let's check out some scores on the Illinois side of the river. Monmouth Roseville cruises. They're now 2-1 on the season. Sherrard picks up their first victory of the year. More scores. It is Anawan Weathersfield winning on the road by 9. Knoxville all over Princeville 41-8. Rock Falls and Dixon. Dixon wins that one. Galena Falls at home, and maybe one more scoreboard for you. Ridgewood winning 40-16, and it's Milledgeville all over Polo 58-22. Your final in that one. We have more football to get to in just a second. We'll go back to the Iowa side of the river and We're about to eat some steak, and you're still looking pretty proud.
Yeah, I'm looking proud. It's looking good. You don't want to overcook it too much, and I made sure I timed it up just right, so we'll see how it turns out.
I'm trying to figure out if I want horsey sauce or not. We're going to figure all that out.
Horsey sauce.
That's what they call it, right? We'll be right back after this.
My name is Matthew Bailey, and every time I come back to the Quad Cities, I watch my favorite sports team on the score.
The Score Play of the Night is sponsored by Simply Vain.
Our play of the night comes from the Geneseo Moline game, and it would be the game-winning field goal, of course. That's Braden Combs with a 26-yard field goal to win it. Moline gets a 15-game Western Big Six Conference win streak. Snap, Geneseo beats the Maroons for the first time in the Western Big Six.
Back here on the Score, and we're about ready to take those off the grill, Chuck. Is that the plan of action?
I think we're ready to go.
Okay. So we'll get those off the grill here in a second. And we mentioned it is Cyhawk Week, so before we get back to the Iowa side of the river, we talked about it at 10, but give us that prediction. We know you're taking the Hawkeyes, but give me that score prediction.
21-17, but it's going to depend on Cade McNamara and his health. Because right now they're going to eliminate all bootlegs and rollouts, and you'll probably expect more shotgun with him rather than underneath the center. But it's going to be interesting to see how he can move around.
Surprise, surprise, the quarterback thinks it's all about the quarterback. Weird how that is.
Sure it is.
Let's get back to the highlights, and we will head to Maquoketa, a really good one between Maquoketa and Northeast, and this is Gavin Kramer scrambling around. Watch this play. Breaks a tackle there, weaves his way through the defense, and he nearly takes it all the way to the house, gets tripped up right there, but still a heck of a run, and later on it's Kramer with the touchdown pass. Northeast and Maquoketa in a close one, but Maquoketa would answer back. Carter Meyer scrambles. He shows off his legs. He goes 30 yards to pay dirt. We'll show you a final on this one. A good game up in Maquoketa. Maquoketa wins it by 9, 34-43.
Hey, another team looking for a perfect 3-0 start is the Wilton Beavers as they're hosting Comanche. Opening quarter in this one, Bryce Buckley with a run for 23 yards down to the 25. They drive with Stahl there. The second quarter, Drew Keith. They throw it out to the flat where Cole McQuillan will take it down to the 5-yard line. They would later score a touchdown to go up 7-0. Let's check the final score in this one. It goes to Wilton.
26-6.
A little 8-man football, Easton Valley hosting Springville. Right out of the gate, Keegan Lee scrambles. He finds Callan Meserich. He would take this one all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that would set up Talon Driscoll for the TD run.
There it is.
There it is for the touchdown. Springville's Mason Hoy would launch a 30-yard through the air. It's Colin Rouse with a nice leaping TD. Springville winning 58-40.
Let's hit the boards on the Iowa side of the river. Burlington gets their first victory of the year. Central Witt falls on the road. It is Regina all over Meepo. Durant falls in a close one. Loiza Muscatine and Wapello. Wapello wins that one by 2. Bellevue all over North Cedar, 49-8. We have more to get to, including some steak with the one and only Chuck Long. We'll be back right here on The Score.
The Score Fan of the Night is sponsored by Millwright Local 2158.
Welcome back to The Score. Tonight's Fan of the Night goes to Central's student section, otherwise known as the Brady Street Bunch. I think they had a Hawaiian night, and they looked pretty good out there cheering on the Blue Devils. Let's get to some more highlights. The Illini on the road on Friday night playing Kansas. Second quarter down 21-0 until Luke Altminer finds the quick pass to Tip Riemann. 4 yards to the house. Illinois would finally get on the board. Honestly, not a lot good after that for Brett Bielema's squad in Lawrence tonight until Altmaier again, this time keeps it on the ground, shows off his legs, the 72-yard house call. But Illinois just couldn't get it done on the road. They would fall 34-23, their first loss on the year.
So we are back here, and I've never in my wildest dreams would imagine that Chuck Long would be cutting up steak for me, but this is something, that's a sentence you don't say very often.
You're welcome back anytime.
You know why I'm so impressed with this crew of putting all these highlights together with scripts so quickly. I'm really impressed by that.
It is.
To bring it to the fans out
Controlled chaos is what we
there.
like
Oh my
to call
gosh, you guys are impressed.
And we didn't think we never think it's going to work, and I think it worked out okay.
Oh, it worked great. I can't believe how you guys put it together that quick.
I think we should just stick with the subject. I kind of like
No, I want to get the steak.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
what else do you like?
it is an honor to cut the steak up for you guys.
Are you happy with the results? I think it's perfect.
Yeah,
I really
think
do.
it's good.
We shouldn't all eat at
Perfect.
the same time
It's
because
absolutely perfect.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
It's good. It's
see, I'm
cooked
more
perfectly.
medium, closer to well. I'm like more medium to well than I am medium. But that's me. I'll eat.
I'm medium to medium rare.
I think Chuck did a fantastic
It was
job. I don't
perfect.
care what you say. It was great.
Good grill.
Hey, we're going to stick
Perfect.
around on
Thank
YouTube,
you.
chat a little more with Chuck Long. Thank you guys so much for watching. Cyhawks tomorrow. We'll have coverage right here on WQAD. So
Okay.
so it's
But
not
you
like
still got to be family friendly.
we find that out the hard way sometimes. Get on the.
Oh, that's good.
That adds something. That add a little kick to it. It's perfect.
Yeah.
With the
Got a little
horseradish
kick,
sauce.
yeah.
I don't hate the.
It's like mayonnaise with a little kick, kind of. That's how
Yeah, I
you
don't
describe
hate it.
horseradish.
Yeah.
I don't hate it at all. So hey, we're happy that Chuck's down here. Kind of talk us through. We talked about it at the very beginning, but it's something that's important to us. So you're no stranger to the Quad Cities. So for people who stuck on YouTube, because it's a story I've heard a million times, but tell them about it. 26 years of the Chuck Long charity auction. Started off as a Chuck Long sports auction, and usually auctions don't last 26 years.
No, they don't.
It has here. What do we do it for? And all that kind of stuff.
That horse rash is getting to me a little bit.
Need some water?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
You talk while I'm going to keep.
Yeah,
this up.
you eat. Yeah, 26 years. We're really proud of it. Angie Peterson's the CEO and executive director, and she and her team have really grown
They're
it
rock stars.
in the last 4 or 5 years, and I'm really proud to have my name to it. We started 26 years ago with an idea, and we thought, oh, it might have a shelf life of 6, 7, 8 years, and now we're in, we just finished 26, and
That's awesome.
and we're doubling. We're actually doubled our net profit and in the last several years. So we've gone to an online auction, but it raises money basically for kids with physical disabilities here in the Quad Cities, and we get referrals from all the way from Iowa City all the way, to Western Illinois, and kids get sent for therapy. Basically, everything in our auction pays for therapy sessions for kids that have disabilities. So it's
they
great.
turn away nobody.
We don't turn
And the
anybody away.
demand is more and more
Right.
than it's ever been.
Yeah, we have a waiting
especially-
list, but we don't turn anybody away. If they can't afford it, we're not going to turn them away.
Yeah,
That's
which
awesome.
Which is absolutely awesome.
One thing that I think is really cool is that even when COVID hit, it didn't stop. You guys went to an online auction. You found another way to do it and still raise the money.
Yeah,
It's
and
really
actually,
cool.
we went to Jumer's in a big room with 400 people, and you remember those days.
Yeah.
And then COVID hit. We're like, okay, we're scrambling a little bit. Angie and her team came up with this great online auction concept, and we got Tom Kakert, and of course, Tom, you do a podcast with him, and Hawkeye Report has just exploded. I mean, it went nationwide with bidders. Online bidders, and it doubled our profit.
And it was funny
It doubled our
because you
profits.
didn't, and Angie's back behind
Yeah.
the camera, but like going into that year, we didn't know.
Right.
Like we had no idea how it was going to go, and we're lucky and blessed that things did go well and do all those good things.
Yep.
It is Cyhawk Week. What's your memory from playing Iowa State? Like, is there one or is there two? What was your record against Iowa State? We'll start with that first.
Well, actually, when I was a freshman, we lost, and the next year we lost. So
Really?
we were 0-2 right out of the gate,
But
in 81, 82.
Were you the starter?
I was a start. No, I was not the starter.
So
in
then
those
you're
two.
not. It's not on you.
It was everybody
3-0.
else.
3-0 to answer your question. 3-0 against Iowa State. But here's the thing, Matt. It's interesting. I saw the beginning of the streak. We had a 15-game winning streak against them. So we started in 1983, and then I went on my journey in the NFL. I came back to coach at Iowa in 1995, and we lost when I was a coach in 1998. So I saw the beginning of the streak
And the end
and
of
the
it.
end of the streak.
Is there a play or memory or a game that stands out amongst all of them?
Not really. Not really a play at all, or a great memory from those games.
Were they kind of blowouts?
Yeah, we had some lopsided
I
victories
wanted him
there.
to say yes.
That's okay.
Yeah, but we had some good rivalry against them, but we had some good teams back then.
You know what's impressive, and I don't give him too much credit, but Brian Stocking's our stat guy over there, and he's an Iowa State dork, but he also
the correct
a good
way.
one. But
yeah, he's the best. I love him. But
We love him.
He comes to me, he goes,
Sometimes.
how many bowl games did Chuck Long play in? And he's not an Iowa fan. What are they?
5. The Rose in 81, the Peach in 82, the Gator in 83, 84 Freedom, which is no longer with us, and then the 86 Rose.
R.I.P. to the Freedom. They're no longer with us.
Now you understand why we have
Would you have been able to
stockpiles
do that?
tonight.
Would you have been able to do that as quickly as he did?
No.
But he's an Iowa State fan.
I know. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
That's why he stockpiles stats of the night, because he's an encyclopedia when it comes to
We
stuff.
talked a little bit about it on air, and then we'll let you get out of here and stuff. But there is a game tomorrow in Ames. I mean, and I joked with you about that on the air, but the quarterbacks are very important. And his injury that he has, it's a leg injury. I think it's a groin injury. How does that affect what you guys try? I mean, believe it or not, I never played Big Ten football as a quarterback, so I don't know how it would affect me. How would that affect a quarterback? Is it just running? Does it mess with your throwing? That kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's a pulled muscle injury is what it is.
Yeah.
He's pulled a muscle, and those are nagging injuries. Yeah, and they can linger, and then you can't practice all the time. You have to sit out. So he's going through a tough process right now.
And he's new.
And he's new.
Not practicing with new wide receivers, new guys.
And he didn't have much in the spring either.
Yeah.
I mean, he was coming off a knee injury, so he only had some 7-on-7, a little bit of that, not much team. So he's still trying to get to know his football team in a short amount of time.
What do you think of him? I mean, from what you know, not just at Iowa, but in the Big Ten with Michigan.
Yeah, I like him. I like Cade. He's very impressive, very smart. In watching the first game, he has a really good feel for the game. And you can tell that he was coached by Jim Harbaugh at Michigan, who's an excellent quarterback coach. So he comes from good pedigree and good teaching, and he's part of the Big Ten championship at Michigan. Yeah. So he was a winning quarterback. So he's been there, done that. It's all health for him right now. Just being able to manage that, and that's a tough thing to manage.
So he had 21-17. Stock, what was your prediction for tomorrow?
Iowa State 16, State University of Iowa 14.
University of Iowa.
State University of Iowa. I like that.
That is Brian Stocking.
Before we let him go, I do have my Detroit Lions. Kind of surprised some people yesterday.
How about that?
Detroit Lions
First round
too.
pick of the Detroit
Our
Lions.
Detroit Lions.
Yes.
We're the only Detroit Lions fans in the Quad Cities.
I think so. Maybe.
But only one of them actually played on the field.
Hey, for now.
And it's not this one.
But that bandwagon is growing.
It's growing.
So we might be the only ones right now, but these guys will all.
Hey, they have a chance, Matt. They have a chance.
Have you ever met Dan Campbell?
I have not, but I really
What do you
like
think? Yeah, I was going to say, what do you think of him?
Great charisma.
Yeah.
I mean, great.
Yeah.
He's got a man crush on Dan
that's my
Campbell.
guy right there. That's my dick cut. That's going to be my dick cut, right? Can you see that?
Man, they got a good offense, and I don't know if they're quite there defensively yet, but
we don't need to win the Super Bowl.
No.
We just need to
get in the playoffs.
Win a playoff game.
Win
For
a
the love
playoff
of
game.
just please win. Hey, he's Chuck Long. Thank you so much for doing this.
Oh,
We're going to bug you again next year.
Yeah.
I'll run it through Angie first. But
count me in. Count me in once a year.
This is
I'm
great.
in.
This is great. So, all right, YouTube. He's Chuck Long. Thank you guys so much. Hey, also pound the subscribe.
Smash the
subscribe
button.
What are you supposed to say?
Like and subscribe, share, retweet, post.
Yeah, all that good
all
stuff.
the things.
See you guys. All right, let's eat some more.
All right, you guys. Crew, there's a lot here if you want some.
Pull these out.
Let's
We can still.
Yeah.